What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I wanted to discuss and kind of talk about the new updates that are coming to Ready or Not for both the console and PC version. So basically, I didn't know any of this was happening until recently. I was looking at the reviews and I see that it was mostly negative. I'm not sure as to why. And then not soon after, I realized that they were censoring the game more or less. So basically, here in this video, I wanted to go over what exactly they are changing. They posted it in Wednesday, July 2nd, so 3 days ago. We recently shared that Ready or Not's PC version underwent minor content changes to support stability and aligned with policies enforced by global platforms and age rating bodies. These adjustments were made to ensure a smooth global launch across platforms, while fully preserving the game's tone, themes, and intensity. Unfortunately, we've seen some misconception and misinformation circling around the scope of these changes. We want to ensure our entire community has full visibility into what has and has not changed. We're including before and after visuals to show that the game's tone, atmosphere, and graphical impact remain intact. The effects of gore and violence, key to the game's immersive realism, have not been toned down. We're gonna have to wait and see for that, because to be honest with you, since before the 1.0 launch, and like when it was still like in the beta phase or whatever, there were some animations that were better than the ones we have today, and they're nowhere to be found, or they have it so it's like a rare, it's a very low chance for that animation to pop up, or the conditions have to be met, like the caliber and like the where you actually hit them. There's some animations I don't see, but okay. Missions such as Elephant, Neon Tomb, and the infamous Valley of the Dolls remain unchanged. Void Interactive has always believed in creative freedom and the right to build experiences that push boundaries in the service of immersion and realism. That will not change. At the same time, we operate a global ecosystem of platform standards, age rating boards, and local legal restrictions. While we may disagree with how some content is treated, we've only made changes that were absolutely required, and only to the letter of the regulations, no further. As a hyper-realistic tactical FPS, Ready or Not faces different scrutiny than more stylized or fiction games. That's a reality of the world we publish in, not a change in our creative vision or values. Only 6 targeted visual changes coming to PC version were made. And these are going to be those. I'm going to be showing you guys. Okay, so basically they only made 6 minor changes, and they're saying that because Ready or Not is a hyper-realistic tactical FPS, which it is, I agree. And to be honest with you guys, even before this whole situation, like years ago, I always imagined, like, how would this game come to consoles with all its gore and everything, and how realistic it is. And I was serious, and it was a genuine thought. I don't know, like, this, to be honest, is not surprising to me. The 6 little things that they're changing, some of them are like, okay, I understand, and some of them are just like completely unnecessary. I feel like there are worse things that come out in video games, and just because the graphics don't look realistic in those games, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's okay to show them there and not here. It's just kind of lame. The graphics have gotten better nowadays, but that comes with the caveat, because that means when you do like Ready or Not, when you make games like that, it's just horrible. It just makes everything trash. Essentially, they're changing 6 things. In Twisted Nerve, the girl is now depicted as sleeping instead of convulsing. So here it is right here. I'll be showing the before and after. A lethal obsession. Nudity involving the ghillie suit suspect has been adjusted. Hide and seek. Female hostages now wear underwear. The Narcos map. Police informant hostage now wears underwear. 23 megabytes per second. Photo of miner's objective model was revised, also to better connect narratively with the later Sinuous Trail mission. Post-mortem dismemberment has now been disabled. Note, dismemberment for living characters remains unchanged and can be seen in the latest volume. So yeah, essentially those were the changes according to Void Interactive. That those are the only changes they're going to be making. Those 6 changes. I hope they are keeping their word, because so far they haven't. Whether or not it's because whether or not they've been able to, or whether or not like it's because of someone else, the fact of the matter is they were not able to keep their word on maintaining the integrity of the game. They're trying to as much as they can. I understand that. I've always been a big fan of this game. It's actually like my favorite game right now, aside from Resident Evil. But like literally, like, this is my favorite realistic shooter. I've always played it. I've been playing it for years and years and years. I became a supporter for this game, you know. Absolutely love it to death. And I was actually excited to hear about the console release. I'm still excited to play it on console, on my PlayStation, on 4K, you know, just kind of make content. I'm really excited to go through that. But at the same time, I do understand all the people's backlash on the changes, because at the end of the day, everyone bought the game as it was, you know. No one is buying the games for these changes, you know. Unless you're a console person, then you really have no choice. But as a PC gamer, as someone who bought this game in 2020, 2021, I bought the game as it was. You know, I like the whole grittiness of it. I like how dark, like the whole game was, you know. Literally, like, it's just like, if you played SWAT 4, you know, that game didn't have to censor anything. I don't even think it got a console release, but still, like, back then, I'm pretty sure they have a console release. I'm 100% sure that whatever content was in the PC version would have been transferred over to the Xbox version. I can almost guarantee that. But nowadays, people are getting soft, and it's yeah. Honestly, these changes, I understand that they're trying to cater towards the publishers, or, you know, the console publishers, you know. But at the same time, I do kind of agree with the fans. Censorship is bad, and any type of censorship is horrible. I am kind of on both sides here. I understand that they really want to push the console release, and so they kind of have to do this. That is what they requested. This was the list that they requested to change in order for them to maintain that July 15th release date for this game, which is in 10 days, only 10 days. But on the other side, I'm disappointed. You know, these things are not big things, but overall, I know there's some minor details. I know there's some other minor things that they're changing that they just did not list here. But at the end of the day, at this point, I'm gonna have to wait and see if the console version is even worth it, because at the end of the day, even the PC version is gonna get changed. Whatever console version comes out, whatever that it's gonna be the same exact thing for PC. I just hope it doesn't make me stop playing the game, because I actually do love it. But that's gonna be it for today. This was kind of like a randomly put together video, no script, literally just kind of talked about this. But yeah, this is my channel basically revolves around Ready or Not, so I thought I'd make a video about this. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys had a fantastic July 4th, and hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you guys in the next one.